Dear God, I've got a picture of myself now. Hi everybody, sorry about that. Took a little bit of logging in tonight. Yeah, nearly a disaster actually, but never mind. Everybody else was chatting away and I couldn't even get on my own feed. Typical, but never mind. I've got it all planned to go live at 8 o'clock. Right, I hope everybody's got their peanuts to hand and a beer also in their right or left hand. Tonight's beer is what's called an atomic concoction. And it's a very nice concoction. Right, hello all. We've got Stuart Caldwell live now, Martin Davis. It wasn't Martin last Sunday's winner, I think. No, Rushy says it's bank holiday. Ant Pugh's playing. Let's hope that Tom's 2 meters away. Oh, good, that's fine. But let's see whether we can do better than last Wednesday, Ant Pugh. We've got Terry. He's coming from Brighton. Hi, Tel. Nice to see you. John O'Rourke, the famous 5. They've loaded in. Well done, John. Come on then. Let's see whether we can win tonight. Harry Cage is back online. Did well the other night. And he also spotted who the artist was in the painting behind me. But never mind. Johnny Sage here. Good evening, Johnny. Hi, Ian Barker. Nice to see you as well. Ian James is in from Don Quixote. I'm there checking in as well. Good. Oh, so we should have a good crowd in tonight's quiz then. I hope you're all keeping well. We're third week now into lockdown. It's getting a little bit boring at home. Well, it's not really boring, but I'm quite enjoying it actually. Writing a few quizzes, you know, sitting in the garden. Well, I haven't done much sitting in the garden. Driving my new electric car, that's been fun, although I'm not allowed out in it, but never mind. Right, we've got 39 people logged on at the moment. Quiz will be starting in 10 minutes time. It's pretty straightforward and easy tonight. 5 dead easy rounds. I'm expecting at least some 45s, 46s. Winning score tonight might be a clear 50 out of 50, but we'll see. So previous winners, we had 3 on Wednesday night that tied. Mick Roberts, along with, who else was there? Was Marion and Andrew, I think. They were the 3 winning scores on yeah, that was Wednesday night. On previous Sunday, I think, was Martin Davis and team Martin and Davis from the Wheat Links, who are a Sunday night quiz team that come into the Vic quite regularly. Problem is, they know my quiz is back to front, so it's not particularly easy. I'm expecting a good showing from Keith and the kids tonight, because there's a couple of very tricky sports questions that I might just pull back a couple of points on, but we'll see. Good evening, Kevin. Lovely to see you. With Brian Phillips and Wilma. Wow, it was great to see you. Let's see how you fare tonight. Hope you're all keeping well. All's well in the Pugh household. Went out for a nice, gentle stroll this afternoon. Well, that's about all we've done, but never mind. Chilly Willy. Too many big teams, says Chilly Willy. Chilly, are you on your own or what? Chilly is also a very good quizzer. He could probably beat me on my own most of the time, so. Brian Farmer's here. Hi, Brian. Have you got Stuart joining in yet? I would have thought you could do a bit of, I don't quite know how you do live streaming with your brother, but I'm sure it's possible. Evening, Chris. Chris Speak. Again, very good showing the other week, wasn't it, Chris? Didn't you win, I think, a week last Wednesday, something like that? So I've got the big names are all here tonight. But never mind, we've got Grey Opticians here and the Hawkins family. Nice to see you all. Chris Gordon. Nice to see you, Chris. Jackie Skip. Nice to see you too. The Booby Prize girls. Well, the Booby Prize girls have been enjoying the quiz. I don't know whether they've actually been enjoying the quiz, but it is something to do on a Sunday night or a Wednesday night if you're doing nothing better. Now, presumably, I haven't got too much. Is it showing my good side, my right side, or my left side? I don't know that. What do you mean? The wife was very unfortunate. She's just been very unkind and said I haven't got a good side at all, but never mind, I'm sure I have. Stu with us. He keeps forgetting despite nudges. Oh, Stu's not with us. Oh, he's probably drinking all that Brewdog. That's what does it, but never mind. I think he got a... Oh, Mick and Bev are online. Good. This was last Wednesday's winners, Mick and Bev. Michael Gibbons as well. Charlie and Michelle, nice to see you. Right, how many minutes have we got to go? Oh, right, we're nearly there. We've got a few minutes. Is Sean Hughes logged on tonight? Is the picture all right or rubbish? Oh, the one on the wall, you mean? Well, it's because of the angle of the camera, I think. Ian Barker, get you on the TV now. Ian and Emma with you this evening. Nice to see you, Ian and Emma. Do remember, if you're full screen on the television, you probably won't be able to see the chat, which is a bit awkward. Most devices, if you log in on most devices, you can chat away to your heart's content. Leslie Barrett, nice to see you, Leslie. I hope you do fine tonight. We'll see how well we do. Tell Gray, I don't quite understand why we've got Tell Gray with your phone number after it. Perhaps that's a hint that maybe everybody can give you a ring after the quiz. 4477. Now that can't be a telephone number, can it? No, it can't. Oh, it can be. It could be 077109, but never mind. Where is Paul Lewis? I don't know. He's probably been barred from taking part or something, but we'll see. Paul Lewis, he'll be online any second. Tom Headley, hi Nick, Headers here, reporting for you. Nice to see you, Headers. Oh, Chris, no, you don't post your answers on the feed. You actually, we're very fair and trusting here. All you do is just write them down on a piece of paper, and at the end of each round, I will ask each team to just post their scores, and I will. I know it's, but it's no different than being in the pub. To be fair, on a Sunday night, I normally allow people to mark the other team's answers in that case, but it feels a bit more like a pub quiz rather than. The only way of doing it would be for you to send in all your answers, and when we've got hundreds of people taking part, hi Laura, Laura's in. It's not quite so easy, and Ollie and Sush have also joined. And the family. Roy Job's also online. You got Hillary and Joy there. We got the whole of the Job Jackson entourage joining us. GDPR. Oh. Right then, where are we? We've got 5 minutes to go. I'll just explain tonight's quiz. In fact, I'll just get it up on the screen when I think about it. Dead easy tonight. First round tonight. I've got it. Let's just drag it over. Sorry, dragging my quiz across so I can see what's going on. Just me and Hillary, Daisy and Oakham. Great. Right then, the first round tonight. I've basically given you the first letters and or numbers of the first 10 answers, which spell out the word Sunday 12th. So that's SUNDAY 12TH. So in that order, number 1 starts with the letter S, number 2 with the letter U, number 3 with the letter N, until we get to 1 and then 2. Where, of course, the answer will start with a number, and the last 2, TH, again, 2 letters, T and H. So that's round number 1. It's just, if you want to write that down, top to bottom, 1 to 10, it's Sunday the 12th in that order. Now, how do I spell that? Oh, my. Guillaume Avranches. Very interesting name, Guillaume Avranches. Hi. Nice to see you. Yes, nice to see you. It's glad to see you taking part. Let's hope that you can stay up to speed with the quiz. Right, 5 rounds. As I mentioned, round number 1 basically is very easy. I've given you the first 10 letters or numbers of the first 10 answers, and they spell out the word Sunday the 12th. Round number 2 is called Hidden Words, where the word the UK or USA are hidden in all the 10 answers. So the words UK, if it's a word, and USA are buried somewhere in every answer. You will find the letters. Oh, Steve and Jill Pugh. Great to see you, Steve. Right, are we raring to go? Not long left now. We've got 2 minutes before we start. We've got 74 people now online. Some are in teams, of course, of 3 or 4. I think our largest team tonight is a team of 7. Dead off. I don't know, to be quite honest. As we do. Right then. I'd say round number 2 was going to be entitled Hidden Words, where the word UK or USA is buried somewhere in the answer. Round 3 tonight, all the answers will begin with the same letter. So round number 3 is going to be the letter B. All the answers will start with the letter B, which makes it very easy. Round number 4 is a trivia trial where the last letter of the first answer is the first letter of your next answer. And rounds 4 and 5 are identical. So we've got 2 trivia trials back to back. Okay, I'll explain that when we get to it. Right, we've just got a minute left, and then we're going to start round number 1, which is called Sunday the 12th. So if every team would like to get a piece of paper and write down the just number them 1 to 10. Number 1 is an S, number 2 is a U, number 3 is an N, number 4 a D, number 5 an A, all the way down until you get to TH, which should be number 9 and 10. All right, Sunday the 12th. Right, we've got 77 teams or people logged on now. No, I'm not wearing the same shirt. My shirt tonight, I had lemons the other day. If you look carefully, this is my flamingo shirt tonight. Flamingos. This is the first time I've worn my flamingo shirt. I had my fox shirt on the other night. My lemon shirt, of course, last week, if you recall. My wife won't let me wear the same shirt each time. She'll think nobody washes my shirts, of course. So I have to wear a nice clean one every time. I had the same shirt on for 3 weeks. Well, I hope you didn't have mine on, Chilly, for 3 weeks. Never mind. Right, we're raring to go then. It is 2015. Bang on. Here we go then. Are we ready? Question number 1. We're all logged in now. Except I can't read it because I've got the print too small. So just bear with me. Now, do remember, this has got to start with the letter S. So question number 1. What is the name of a fictional character who appears in 2 of Rudyard Kipling's Jungle Book stories featuring Mowgli and their adaptations? So what is the name of a fictional character who appears in 2 of Rudyard Kipling's Jungle Book stories featuring Mowgli and their adaptations? Nice, easy one to get you going. That's a 2-word answer, remember. Oh, is Daisy online? Me and Daisy are here now. With Alan. Question number 2. This has got to start with the letter U, remember, as number 2 is a U. What is a landlocked country in East Africa whose diverse landscape encompasses the snow-capped Rwenzori Mountains and the immense Lake Victoria? So question number 2 again. What is a landlocked country in East Africa whose diverse landscape encompasses the snow-capped Rwenzori Mountains and the immense Lake Victoria? Nice, easy one, that, surely. It's what? Oh, it's getting a bit wild outside, apparently. The wind's picking up. It is in rugby anyway. Right, question number 3. Remember, this has got to start with the letter N. N for Nick. Which dog was born in 1884 in Bristol? Do I need to give you any more clues? He is depicted in Francis Barraud's original painting looking into an Edison Bell cylinder phonograph. So what was the name of that little dog in that famous painting looking into the Bell phonograph? So which dog was born in 1884 in Bristol? He is depicted in Francis Barraud's original painting looking into an Edison Bell cylinder phonograph. Everybody got that one? Got that one, Ange? She thinks so. If it's any help, he became the mascot of, not a mascot, of HMV. Question number 4, it's got to start with a D, so it's dead easy, this one. Which line of the London Underground is coloured green on the diagrammatic map, which was first designed by Harry Beck back in 1931? So which line of the London Underground is coloured green on the diagrammatic map, first designed by Harry Beck back in 1931? Dead easy, as I said. Anybody struggling so far? We all got 4 out of 4. Question number 5 is even easier, really. Where did the group Toto bless the rains from in the lyrics of a 1982 hit single? So where did the group Toto bless the rains from in the lyrics of a 1982 hit single? Oh, Faye's on. Better late than never. Nice to see you, Faye. You can easily catch up. We've only got 5 questions down. So they're all online there in the chat column. Lydia, my faithful assistant, is posting all the questions as we go, by the way. So you can always go back up through the chat columns if you're missing a question. And we'll see. Chris Gordon's struggling. Which one are you struggling on, Chris? Don't tell me all of them. Wow, come on, you'll get this one. This one, question number 6, remember, it's got to start with the letter Y. In the world of cycling, what colour jersey is awarded to the leader in a stage race of the Tour de France? So in the world of cycling, what colour jersey is awarded to the leader in a stage race of the Tour de France? Sure as I've got that right, actually, but never mind. Not sure as I've actually got that right, but never mind. We'll see. Don't worry about it. Just write down your correct answer. That's all you've got to do. Question number 7 for all you mathematicians. Remember, this has got to start with the number 1. How is the decimal number 6 represented in the binary numbering system? Hi, Dave. Hi, Kate. Nice to see you online. Dave has to put up with a lot of my waffle when we're in Goa. Of course, never mind. Mind you, I have to put up with a lot of his as well, so we're as bad as each other. Dave, all the questions are up there. If you look back over the chat, you'll see them all if you'd like to join in. We're in question 7, round number 1. How is the decimal number 6 represented in the binary numbering system? It's dead easy if you know how to work it out, of course. Brian, I'm surprised you haven't got your dad on the whatever messaging thing so you can speak to each other as a complete team, but never mind. Right, question number 8. What number, this is a tricky one, what number connects an A road which runs from Maidstone in Kent to Tunbridge, the total number of cantons in Switzerland, the atomic number of iron, and the age of Scott Tracy? I remember it's got to start with a 2. In other words, Scott Tracy must have been in his 20s. So what number connects an A road which runs from Maidstone in Kent to Tunbridge Wells, the total number of cantons in Switzerland, the atomic number of iron, and the age of Scott Tracy? Yes, that is a tricky one. I can't let everybody get 10 out of 10 in every round, can I? The wife thinks I ought to. I know it's supposed to be for fun, but what more fun could there be in knowing the atomic number of iron, for heaven's sake? Right, question number 9. Question number 9. What is the primary male sex hormone and an anabolic steroid? In men, it plays a key role in the development of the male reproductive tissues. So question 9 again, what is the primary male sex hormone and an anabolic steroid? In men, it plays a key role in the development of the male reproductive tissues. And just to help you, do remember that starts with the letter T, just in case you wanted to know. Oh, it's Ian Miller that logged in. Ian, nice to see you. We're only on question number 9. You can go back over and see any of the previous questions. And finally in this round, question number 10. Again, this has got to start with the letter H, which helps a lot. The letter H. What is the type of very hot chili pepper that originated from the Amazon, from which it was spread, eventually reaching Mexico, where its name originates? So what is a type of very hot chili pepper that originated from the Amazon, from which it was spread, eventually reaching Mexico, where its name originates? Amy, Corey, and Charlie are here. Nice to see you, Charlie. As I was mentioning earlier, if anybody else has just logged on, the first round is now complete. The previous 10 questions are there. If you quickly want to whip through them, you're more than welcome. Just get yourself a piece of paper, write down the 10 correct answers. They all start with the letters of Sunday the 12th, so they should read Sunday 12th all the way down. So if you've got a W in there somewhere, then you've got one wrong. Remember, they've got to be Sunday 12th. Right then, I will quickly run through the answers to round number 1. Are we ready for some answers, or does somebody still want any more time? I will give you a minute. It'll give me a chance to just top my glass up, that's for sure. There you go, Liz. Thank you. Got my daughter looking after me and my wife, both running off after round 1. Apparently, it's a hot chili pepper chili. Although, as I know you're a man of the world, you might be looking for the Reaper or the Scorpion or something, which obviously are clearly hotter chilies. Is that you thirsty or me thirsty, Stuart? It's my first half pint. It's nerves. That's what I call it. It's nerves. I drink exactly the same speed at the Victoria Room quiz on a Sunday night. The only problem sometimes when we get to round number 9, because it's a much longer quiz at the Vic, I can hardly pronounce the blooming questions properly, but never mind. You might say I can't do that anyway. Right then, let's go quickly through the answers to round 1. Are we ready? Number 1 was which S was a fictional character? It was Shere Khan. I was after Shere Khan the tiger. Number 2, which was a U, I was after the country of Uganda. Number 3, the dog was known as Nipper the dog. Number 4, it's the district line on the London Underground that's coloured green. Number 4, Toto, of course, was Blessing the Rains in Africa. Great song. Number 6, in cycling, I wanted the yellow jersey. Number 7, how is the decimal number 6 represented in the binary number system? That's 110. Number 8, what number connected that A road, the number of cantons in Switzerland, the atomic number of iron, and the age of Scott Tracy? Well, you knew it was somewhere between 20 and 30. It was 26. Well done if you got that. Number 7, that male sex hormone is testosterone. And finally, number 10, the hot chili pepper with the Mexican name is a habanero. So well done if you got that. Right, let's have some scores in then. Let's see how everybody's fared. Have we got anybody with a dismal 5 or more? Or have we got a few 10 out of 10s on that first round? How did you fare, Steve Pugh? And how did you fare, Anthony Pugh? Famous 5 with a very respectable 8. Tell with a 9. Chili with an 8. A lot of 8s there. Chris Peake with a 9. Martin Davis cheating again. He got a 10 out of 10. He did win last week, so. Sarah with a 10. Very good indeed. Jill Pugh with a 7. Brian Farmer an 8 and 8 and 8. Laura with an 8. Andrew Lewis with an 8. Anthony Pugh with a 9. Very good, Ant. Which one did you not get the iron or something? Oh. Mick and Bev on a 7. Oh dear. They were last Wednesday's winner. That was a bit dismal. Pick and Mix on an 8. Very good, Pick and Mix. We got Dave Farmer on I just missed that one. A 9. Very good. Thanks to Tom on the phone from the binary number. I have to say, binary numbers come up at quizzes quite often. It wasn't until a week or two ago, well, say a month or two ago, when Clive Shaw, one of our quizzes, he actually taught me how to work out binary numbers. And he said, Dodler, once you know how to do it. But Paul Lewis, is Andrew Lewis my dad? Well, that's a good question, because Paul Lewis, Andrew Lewis is actually related to me. He's my cousin's cousin, or so second cousin, which basically means if he's related to you, Paul, me and you must be related as well. Oh dear God, now we're in trouble, aren't we? God damn, never mind. Here we go then. Right, now round number 2. Is everybody in? We've got Jennifer Graham with a 6, must try harder. 6 is good. Harry in with a 9. That's a very good score again. Paul Lewis gets interesting here. Kevin Kiernan. What's that? The Kiwi? Kiwi? The quick wit, sorry. Oh, read that as Kiwi. Shows how bad on my reading is, yeah. That's dyslexia for you. I always read words back to front, but never mind. Right, Ollie and Sush. What's... Oh, good. That's fair enough. Right, the second round. Round number 2, listen carefully. All the answers, most of which... No, they're not. I was going to say most of which are one-word answers, but they're not. Some are two-word answers. Either contain the word UK or USA somewhere in the answer. You get the idea? So somewhere in the answer that you write down are the letters UK or USA, and they're in that order. Okay, so you're looking for a USA or a UK in the answer. How are we doing, Keith? You got 9 out of 10 tonight? 10 out of 10? Right then, here we go then. Question number 1, remember we're looking for a hidden word, UK or USA. So question number 1, what 2-word name is given to a turntable placed in the center of a table to help share food among diners on all sides? They're often used in Chinese restaurants. So what 2-word name is given to a turntable placed in the center of a table to help share food among diners on all sides? I'm sure you'll all find out they're used in Chinese restaurants mostly. What? Do remember that has got to have the letters USA or UK somewhere in the answer, okay? We get the idea. So if you haven't got a USA in your answer or a UK in your answer, the answer must be wrong. Question number 2, listen carefully. Sung each year at the end of the last night of the proms, which song was composed in 1916 by Hubert Parry, taking the words from a poem by William Blake? It's a one-word answer. So, sung each year at the end of the last night of the proms, which song was composed in 1916 by Hubert Parry, taking the words from a poem by William Blake? Yeah, the letters have to be in order, Paul, but they're buried in the answer, so they can be anywhere in that answer. Problem is, I can't think of it. Well, I think I must be able to think of something with UK in it. Book. No, that wouldn't fit with it. Right, question number 3. Listen carefully. What was the name of the character played by Christopher Biggins in the TV show Porridge? It is also another name given to tepid water. It's a one-word answer. Might be hyphenated, but I don't think it is. It's a one-word answer. So what was the name of the character played by Christopher Biggins in the TV show Porridge? It is also the name given to tepid water. Come on, Paul, you'll know that one. Very famous character. Question number 4 is for all you sports fans. This is one Keith's going to be all over this one, Keith, I'm sure. Remember, it's got to have either USA or UK in that order somewhere in the answer. So question number 4. In 2003, who became the first Australian footballer to score 20 goals in a single season of the English Premier League? It's a two-word answer I'm after. So in 2003, who became the first Australian footballer to score 20 goals in a single season of the English Premier League? Yeah, I think one or two might be looking themselves blank, but if you think back, can't remember who he played for, but he was quite famous, I have to say. Question number 5. Sports, I'll get my coat. You needn't worry, that's about the only sport question tonight. Right, question number 5. Let's go back to a proper question, bit of Greek mythology. In Greek mythology, who had venomous snakes in place of hair and had a gaze that would turn people to stone before being beheaded by Perseus, who then used his gaze as a weapon against others? Oh, sorry, this gaze as a weapon against others. So in Greek mythology, who had venomous snakes in place of hair and had a gaze that would turn people to stone before being beheaded by Perseus, who then used this gaze as a weapon against others? He showed the reflection in his shield, as I recall. Finally, 1 point. Good. Remember, it's either got to have USA in it or it's got to have UK in it somewhere. More sport, please. That was a good sport question, though, by any standards, wasn't it, Keith? Surely. Question number 6. Here we go, then. In the world of mathematics and scientific notation, 10 to the power of 4 is the equivalent of which whole number? Come on, nice, easy one, that. In the world of mathematics and or scientific notation, 10 to the power of 4 is the equivalent of which whole number? That one was too easy, was it? Oh, come up with a trickier one. Right then, question number 7. Typically lasting for 7 minutes, what name is given to a single period of play in the sport of polo? So typically lasting for 7 minutes, what name is given to a single period of play in the sport of polo? Remember, it's got to have a UK or a USA in it somewhere. It's a one-word answer I'm after. I still haven't figured out how to get a bit of background music going whilst the quiz is going on. I can't figure out how to share my music files with my microphone whilst it's doing a live transmission. So if anybody knows exactly how to do that, you can let me know. The problem is when I tried it the other day, first of all, it got blocked by YouTube because it said I was infringing copyright. But I thought I'd come up with a few other things, but I still can't figure out how to actually get the two playing at the same time. Anyway, on to question number 8. Nice and easy one. What were a series of religious wars between Christians and Muslims, started primarily to secure control of holy sites considered sacred by both groups? So what were a series of religious wars between Christians and Muslims, started primarily to secure control of holy sites considered sacred by both groups? That's a one-word answer I'm after. Ah, yeah, I could sing in the background, I suppose. What about, I could sing the Toto song. That was a good one, wasn't it? Back in Africa or something. No, you wouldn't want me singing. Well, you might do, but not at the moment. Question number 9. In 2007 and 2008, which former Page 3 model played Carrie Nichols in Emmerdale? I don't like soap questions, but you might get it from the fact that she was a Page 3 model. Do remember either USA or UK somewhere in the answer, and that is a two-word answer I'm after. So in 2008 and 2009, which former Page 3 model played Carrie Nichols in Emmerdale? Have I brought it down a peg or two? Sorry. I'll try and take the standard of the quiz up if that's putting Emmerdale in there, I know. Or page 3 models even. Not that there's anything wrong with page 3 models. We were watching a TV programme last night and suddenly we got stuck on Babe Station and it wouldn't go off it and the wife was going spare. Well, she wasn't actually going spare, but there was some naked... Yeah, we were laughing. There was some naked body suddenly appeared on the television. It was on Channel 8 something or other, but I don't know what it was. Keith will be able to tell me, but I wouldn't know. Right then, and finally, question 10. In this dead easy round, remember, it's either got to have UK or USA in the answer. This is a one-word answer. A 2010 survey by online travel agent sunshine.co.uk, that's not the answer, revealed that 54% of British people thought which city in Africa was an imaginary place. It's a good one for you. So a 2010 survey by online travel agent sunshine.co.uk revealed that 54% of British people thought which African city in Africa was an imaginary place. I think it'd be hard push to call it a city, really, because it's not that big, but never mind. Perhaps it is a city. Right then. I don't know the Babe Station number. We were just going up and down and it popped up and it wouldn't go away again. What? It's true. Well, we weren't going up and down. The remote control was... I've got this little round bit on the remote control and I was trying to send it up or down to change the station. It didn't seem to be responding to my whatever. And the wife was laughing at me because I couldn't get it to change channel again. It appears, apparently, I think if you go on Babe Station, it locks the remote control, stops you going off or something. But never mind. Right then, what did Team Oz footballer play for? Do you know, I don't know who he played for, actually. The Aussie footballer, who did he play for? Wait a minute, let me just have a look. I can't give you that, though. I can't give you that. I hope you've noticed I've trimmed my moustache a bit. After the first week, I decided to get rid of the bits down here. So next week, I might just take a bit more off, so a bit shorter. Right, long enough. Let's go through the answers to round number 2. Time to quickly get the kettle on, have a cup of tea, and or a beer or your peanuts. Right, hidden words, UK or USA. Here we go then. No, I'm not giving any clues. Here we go then. Question number 1. What two-word name is given to a turntable placed in the centre of the table? It's called a Lazy Susan. And in the word Susan, you have USA somewhere. Number 2, sung each year at the end of the last night of the proms, which song was composed by Hubert Parry and took words from a poem by William Blake that was called Jerusalem. Again, you've got USA in there. Question number 3. Christopher Biggins' character name was Lukewarm. Lukewarm. Well done if you got that. That's got UK in it, of course. Number 3, that footballer that most of you have been racking your brains. I expect Roy Job got that. Keith would have got that. A few others would have got it. Chris Speak, maybe. Mark Viduka. Mark Viduka. Well done if you got that. Number 5, of course, was Medusa. Number 6, 10 to the power of 4 is 10,000. Number 7, that 7-minute period in the game of polo is called a chukker. Of course, there's UK in there somewhere. Number 8, a series of religious wars were the Crusades. Again, USA in there. Number 9, what the hell? That hasn't got UK in it. Oh, yes, it has. It's all right, I'm reading Emmerdale as the answer. Sorry. What page 3 model appeared in Emmerdale? It was Linda Lusardi. Linda, it's all right. It's on a different page. That's why I get confused. It's very easy to get confused as a quizmaster. And finally, number 10, in a 2010 survey, that city I was after, people thought was imaginary. More than 50% of the population thought that Timbuktu didn't exist. Could you believe that? Timbuktu. Everybody knows that's in Mali somewhere, surely. Been in the news enough when they were after it. Right then, let's have some scores in. See how you've done after the first 2 rounds. Do add up both scores, please. Add up both your scores. I want a total. So we've got Keith on a 19. We have Stuart Caldwell on 17. Grey Opticians on 18. Very good indeed. Roy's on a 10. What you meant, Roy, was we got 16. We got a 19 there. Is that Martin? Where's Sarah got to? I can't see. Sarah's on 20. Very good. Chris Speak on 19. Johnny Sage on 7. Harry Cage on 15. We've got Brian Farmer 15. We can have 17. Don Quixote on 20. Ant Pugh on 10. Is that combined score, Ant, or is that Blimey, they're coming in thick and fast now. We've got a few 19. Oh no, that's a correction. 19 points. Yes, do put your total points down. It's no good saying what you got for that round because nobody else will be able to know where the hell they are if you start doing that. Chris Meads on 14. Jill Pugh on 14. Very good. Chilly Willy. Plus 7. 15. Very good. Alan's on 17. We've got the Quitswits on 17. Very good. Paul Lewis 15. Dave Farmer 16. Right, some very good scores. Plenty of time to catch up. Right then, Ollie and Sush on 16. We can't add up. Oh. Oh dear. Well, that's fair enough. It's only a quiz. You don't have to add up, really. Right then, round number 3 then. Has everybody got yourself Charlie Smith Witherington? Chris, you're on 12. Stop lying. Ah, that's more like it. I thought there was some cheating going on. Do remember... Actually, yeah, talking of that, cheating. Of course, you've all got access to the internet at home, so you're more than welcome to try and cheat if you need to. But no, don't be ridiculous. It's stupid, isn't it? It's just a bit of fun and taking part, really. So all those teams that are doing pretty well, stick with it. We soon know if people are cheating, really. Right then, round number 3. It's called All the Answers Begin with the Letter B. All the answers tonight start with the letter B. Some of them are 3-word answers. We've got 2-word answers. And that's about it. I don't think it's any more than that. Right. Are we ready? Eyes down looking. Are we ready to go with round number 3 tonight? Which is all answers begin with the letter B. Does everybody understand that? Right, here we go then. Question number 1, dead easy to get going. Which spider gets its name from the female of the species who sometimes eats the male after a night of passion? Well, the bit at the end might be a bit wrong, but never mind. So which spider gets its name from the female of the species who sometimes eats the male after a night of passion? Although whether spiders experience passion is a different thing. Remember, that's got to start with the letter B. Question number 2. This is a tricky one. It's a bit of a 50-50. Well, it's not actually. It's a third. What is it? A third, actually, chance of getting this one. Question number 2. After docking with the ISS, what was the first meal that Tim Peake had aboard the space station? I'll give you the choice. Was it a bacon sandwich, or a bowl of bran flakes, or a bourbon biscuit? So after docking with the International Space Station, what was the first meal that Tim Peake had aboard the space station? I'll give you the choice. Was it a bacon sandwich, a bowl of bran flakes, or a bourbon biscuit? You might say none of those is really a meal, but a snack. Let's say a snack. No, for Alan Hardy. It's one of the answers to this. Babe Station. No, we haven't got Babe Station down. You're all right. Right, question number 3. Here we go then. Stroke, squeeze, and stack are terms used in which game, which can trace its origins to Mesopotamia over 5,000 years ago? So stroke, squeeze, and stack are terms used in which game, which can trace its origins to Mesopotamia over 5,000 years ago? I will give you a little bit of a clue with that. It's a board game. A board game. So stroke, squeeze and stack are terms used in which board game which can trace its origins back to Mesopotamia over 5,000 years ago. No, we haven't got baked beans in there. You can keep guessing though. I'm quite happy for everybody to guess what answers we might have tonight. Right then, question number 4. There's another one for you serious sportsmen. What is the surname of a former German professional footballer and current manager? He was the scorer of the opening goal in the 1999 Champions League final against Manchester United. I just need his surname. So what is the surname of the former German professional footballer and current manager? He was the scorer of the opening goal in the 1999 Champions League final against Manchester United. That was the one that Teddy Sheringham then stuck one in, and then Ollie Gunnar Solskjaer, of course, won the match for us. Yeah, it was another football one, but never mind. I'm just looking for his surname. German surname, starting with the letter B. I'm trying to think of a few, actually. I can't think of them anymore. Question number 5 is dead easy. What is an English tourist attraction which was opened to the public on the 14th of May, 1894? When completed, it was the tallest man-made structure in the British Empire. And I haven't seen Karen on tonight. No, she'd get that straight away. So what is an English tourist attraction which was opened to the public on the 14th of May, 1894? When completed, it was the tallest man-made structure in the British Empire. My wife's not getting up and down anymore, but right, I'm a pint down, so we're basically now on to my third half. Right, question number 6, here we go. In the nursery rhyme, Jack and Jill, other than using vinegar, what else did Jack use to bind his head wound? That is a 2-word answer. So in the nursery rhyme, Jack and Jill, what, other than using vinegar, what else did Jack use to bind his head wound? Pretty straightforward, that one. Remember, all these answers have got to start with the letter B. B for Babe Station. Paul Lewis is going to let me know the exact number that we should be looking for Babe Station, but anyway. Right then, question number 7, dead easy this one. In 2022, all things being equal, which city will become the only city that has held both the Winter and Summer Olympic Games? But of course it might not happen, might it not? We'll see. So in 2022, which city will become the only city that has held both the Winter and Summer Olympic Games? Yeah, it's an interesting fact, I suppose. But it might not happen if we're all still locked down until next year. You never know, do you? So wait a minute. Have we got any guesses on how many more weeks we're going to be locked down? Or is it months? We could have a bit of a gamble here. You can put your answer down so many weeks and see who's the closest by the time we get locked down over and done with. I think we're going to be certainly not down the pub for another couple of months, which is going to be a nightmare, but never mind. Right then, question number 8. Taken from a satirical cartoon from 1797. Who or what is sometimes referred to as the Old Lady of Threadneedle Street? And you can drop the indefinite article, or definite article, sorry. So taken from a satirical cartoon from 1797, who or what is sometimes referred to as the old lady of Threadneedle Street? What have we got? 2 months, 3 weeks? I think that's a bit... Mike, Michelle, 2.5 months. That's more like it, I think. I'll deserve an award for living all that long. Or we could have a special award ceremony, you're right. Oh dear, oh dear. 3 months, 9 weeks, well, we've got a, yeah, weeks or months. Question number 9, here we go then. Which 1970s musical film, produced by Walt Disney Productions, starred Angela Lansbury as a trainee witch? That's a 3-word answer, really. So, which 1970s musical film produced by Walt Disney Productions starred Angela Lansbury as a trainee witch? That was well before she became Miss whatever her name is now. Ooh. And finally, question number 10 in this dead easy B round. What colour features in the name of the murder victim in the game of Cluedo? Dead easy one, that. So what colour features in the name of the murder victim in the game of Cluedo? And I don't want anybody being a smart ass under that one. Right then, I'll give you a minute to go and get your peanuts and your beer topped up again, and we'll do some marking after round 3. Ah, Martin Davis, which year? You're right, Martin. Blimey, it'd be hard pushed if we were all at home for a year, wouldn't it? It's not going to happen. Chris Meads, 2 years. Good God. Yeah, you're still going to work. They'll stop everybody working then, Chris. Then you're in trouble. Three months for old people, less for younger ones. Maybe. Not quite sure how they're going to lift a restriction. I would have thought going to public places is probably the last thing they want first. So I think pubs will probably be the last place they'll want people to go back to, which is a bit of a pain in the arse, but never mind. You didn't really have too much last night. That's fair enough. Right then, everybody. Let's do some marking after round number 3, shall we? We'll go back to the beginning of round number 3. Here we go then. These are the answers that I've got in front of me. They might not be the right answers, but they are answers all the same. So round number 3, here we go. Which spider gets its name from female of the species? That's the black widow spider, or black widow's fine. Number 2, after docking with the ISS, what was the first meal that Tim Peake had aboard the space station? He had a bacon sandwich. Yes, quite. That was a bit tricky. Number 3, stroke, squeeze, and stack are all terms used in which game, which can trace its origins back to Mesopotamia. That's the game of backgammon. Number 4, what is the surname of a former German professional footballer? Well, his name was Mario Basler. Basler, B-A-S-L-E-R. Well done if you got that. Scored against Man United in that crucial Champions League final, even though they did go on to get battered, but never mind. Number 5, of course, when completed, the tallest man-made structure in the British Empire was the Blackpool Tower. Number 6, in the nursery rhyme of Jack and Jill, other than using vinegar, what else did Jack use to bind his head? That was brown paper. Oh, well done, Mark. Where are we? Checking in. Thought it was 7. Why? Did the clocks change or something? Oh, I don't know. They probably do. Is it Norwich he lives, isn't it? Yeah, I think Norwich is on funny time because they're Norfolk folk, aren't they? Which are, yeah, they're an hour behind everybody else in Norfolk, aren't they, somewhere? But never mind. Question number 7. In 2022, which city became the only city that has held both the Winter and Summer Olympic Games? Well, it should be, if all goes to plan, it should be Beijing, of course. Number 8, taken from a satirical cartoon of 1798. It was the old lady of Threadneedle Street was in fact the Bank of England, of course. Number 9, Angela Lansbury starred in Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. And finally, the colour of the murder victim was Dr. Black. One or two of you smart asses might say black is not a colour, which technically it is not a colour, but there we have it. What's that? 100 years behind everyone else. Keith, now, wait a minute. Just because Mark has checked in and he thought it was 7:55 and it's now, what is the time now? Now it's 8:55. Yeah, you're definitely an hour behind there, Mark. Perhaps you haven't reset your Nomen. I mean, your sundial. That's what it is. He hasn't moved his Nomen. Right, so scores coming in. We've got a 27 there, 27 from Grey's Opticians, 24. We've got a 21, a 24, a 25. And then Steve, we've got Chris Speak, 28. Very good. Ian Barker, 23. Martin Davis, 27. Very good. Sarah on 26. We got Michelle on 26. We got Andrew Lewis, 24. Famous Fiver on 25. We got Mark Ganderton on minus 30. That's fair, Mark. You start from, we got 26, 27. View 26 and 27. There's Don Quixote 27. Jill Pugh with a 20. We've got Pick and Mix on 22. Jennifer Graham 22. Tara on 18. Paul Lewis, yes. What's that, Bridie? Keith Abbas with a 28. Tom Headley on 24. Angie Pugh 22. Ollie and Sush on 21. A bad round. Oh dear. Don't know your bees, obviously. Jackie Skip with 26 with the Booby Prize girls. They're doing very well. 26 out of 30. There's nothing wrong with that. We got Quits Wits on 24, very good. Ian Tantown for a 25 out of 10. Stuart on 25. We got Robert on a 21. We've got Laura on 19. Paul Lewis on 22. Well done. Right then, everybody. So we've got a few up in the. What is our high score? 28, right? We've got a few 28s, and we'll just check back. We'll see. There's a number of 27s. Chris Speak on a 28. We've got Mark Ganderton on minus 30. Don Quixote 27, very good. We've got Keith on a 28. And we've got the Booby Prize girls on 26. Come on, girls, you're doing really well. Come on. I'm sure we can catch up. We only need one more. Right. The next two rounds are both very straightforward. They're trivia trials where the last letter of your first answer is the first letter of your next answer. So, for instance, if your answer was beer for the first round, your second answer must start with the letter R for Romeo or something like that, which in turn will give you Romeo, which ends with an O. Yes, of course. So your next answer might be an ostrich, which then will give you an H for something else. You get the idea. So basically, a trivia trial is very straightforward. The last letter of your first answer is the first letter of your next answer. Until, of course, we get to number 10, where the last letter of number 10 is the first letter of number 1. So here we go then. Question number 1. Dead easy, this one. The Very Hungry Caterpillar is a children's picture book designed, illustrated, and written by Eric Carle. But during the story, which fruit does the caterpillar eat first? I think it's on the cover of the book, actually. So The Very Hungry Caterpillar is a children's picture book designed, illustrated, and written by Eric Carle. But during the story, which fruit does the caterpillar eat first? Now, if you didn't know that one, question number 2, which is a 3-word answer, may help you. Of course, it may not help you. Remember, the first letter of question number 2 is the last letter of number 1, which will help. So question number 2, what is the full name of the actor who played the ugly in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly? It's a 3-word answer. Not likely to know it unless you know it, of course. So what's the full name of the actor who played the ugly in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly? It's a 3-word answer. First word's very short. Vaguely know it? Well, vaguely's better than nothing. Question number 3, which might put you back on course. Remember, the first letter of this one is the last letter of your previous answer. Also, the title of a well-known play. What word is used to refer to a village in Britain that doesn't have a church? So, also the title of a well-known play. What word is used to refer to a village in Britain that doesn't have a church? Surely that's pretty straightforward. Take the last letter of that one-word answer, and it's the first letter of this answer. So question number 4. What is a Japanese brand name used by Panasonic for their top-end audio equipment? They have produced a variety of hi-fi products such as turntables, amplifiers, and CD players since 1965. You've got a letter, make that one count. So what is a Japanese brand name used by Panasonic Corporation for their top-end audio equipment? They have produced a variety of hi-fi products such as turntables, amplifiers, and CD players since 1965. And if there's any clue there, sounds expensive, never sold this brand. That was only because Joe Carville over the road had got it, but never mind. I mean, John Carville, sorry. What's that? Sorry, I can't hear you. Oh, yes. Where is he? Yes, Mark Gammerton. Will you just make sure that you set the alarm on your what's it? Because on the YouTube link, because it will tell you when the thing starts. All you've got to do is set the alarm, and then it will pop up on your phone. That's, of course, you've got a smartphone. I know you have, or a tablet, or whatever. So just make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then you can get an alarm for each of my quizzes, which just happen to be 8 o'clock on a Wednesday and 8 o'clock on a Sunday, just to make it nice and easy for people. Right, question number 5. If you've got number 4, that hi-fi manufacturer, Japanese in terms, which was never sold at Sounds Expensive. Question number 5, which region hosts the second largest terrestrial mammal migration in the world? It is located in northern Tanzania and spans approximately 30,000 square kilometers. So it's a one-word answer I'm after. So which region hosts the second largest terrestrial mammal migration in the world? It is located in northern Tanzania and spans approximately 30,000 square kilometers. Is that what she's put? I haven't seen it. Oh, bother. Well, you haven't got a smartphone, Sarah. Simon got one. It's no good. I've got friends without smartphones. I don't know what they're missing, but never mind. Maybe they do. We don't want one of them. People bothering us every day. Right, take the last letter of that answer, and this is the first letter of question number 6. This is an interesting question, one which most quizzes should get. The British Cabinet, other than the current British Cabinet, obviously, the British Cabinet has only once held a full Cabinet meeting outside London. In which Scottish city did this take place? Don't say the internet. So the British Cabinet has only once held a full Cabinet meeting outside London. In which Scottish city did this take place? Well, I've got a lot of people taking part tonight. I hope you're enjoying the quiz. It's not too difficult. I don't think the wife's groaning at me too much tonight, so no, not so bad. Good. Apart from the sport, apparently it's not too bad, so we're doing all right. Apart from the sport. Oh dear God. Right then, take the last letter of number 6, and it's the first letter of number 7. This is a tricky one. This is a hyphenated word with a name thought to have been derived from the prevailing wind in the seas around the United Kingdom. What name is given to a traditional, often bright yellow form of collapsible oilskin rain hat that is longer at the back than the front? You often see them, I think they're shown on Fisherman's Friends or something, but never mind. With a name thought to have been derived from the prevailing wind in the seas around the United Kingdom. What name is given to a traditional, often bright yellow form of collapsible oilskin rain hat that is longer at the back than the front? They make it longer at the back to keep the rain out your neck, and obviously they make it shorter at the front so you can see where you're going. It would be no good if you were fishing and it was longer at the front over your eyes and water was going down your neck. So you have to make sure you put those hats on the right way around. That is a one-word answer, although it's hyphenated in the middle. No, it's not hyphenated. It's got an apostrophe in it. Right, the last letter of that one will give you the first letter of this one. Question number 8. Drawing on his interests in sports, which well-known fashion designer named his first full line of menswear Polo in 1968. That's a two-word answer. So drawing on his interest in sports, which well-known fashion designer named his first full line of menswear Polo in 1968. Sombrero. Yeah, sombrero. That'll keep the rain out, all right. Not sure as fishermen use sombreros, but it's close, I suppose. Yeah, sombrero. I quite like that. That's a good answer. Sombrero. Wouldn't help you with question number 8, though, if it was sombrero, would it? Right then, that two-word answer obviously leads on. The last letter of that one is the first letter of question number 9. Which 1959 Alfred Hitchcock film has the tagline, "It's a deadly game of tag and Cary Grant is it"? That's a 3-word answer. So which 1959 Alfred Hitchcock film has the tagline, "It's a deadly game of tag and Cary Grant is it"? There's a bit of a help with question number 7 with question number 9. But only a bit of a clue in question number 7. And finally, the last letter of that question is the first letter of this, and the last letter of number 10 is the first letter number 1. What name is given? This is question number 10. What name is given to a heart rate that exceeds a resting heart rate of over 100 beats per minute? So what name is given to a heart rate that exceeds a resting heart rate of over 100 beats per minute? It's a one-word answer. And one or two of our quizzes might suffer from it, or may have suffered from it. The last letter of that one will give you the fruit that you're after, of course. Yeah, Sue shall know that one. Well, she better do. She's a doctor. Even Ollie should know that one. Well, yeah, but then he's not a medical doctor. Well, he is a medical doctor, I suppose. Are you a medical doctor, Ollie, or not? Just say yes or no, I know. Right then, everybody. I'll give you a minute now. You can go and get your peanuts, put the kettle back on or whatever else, get a coffee. And then we'll do some marking after round number 4 before we go into the final round to see who this week's winners are. It's getting quite exciting because we had some very close scores in the previous few rounds. I didn't, she did. Even so, you would have got that one, wouldn't you, Ollie? Surely. Huh? Oh, we didn't. Oh, sorry. I don't know what question I'd asked. Never mind. I know what that one was. What? Yes, just as well I'm actually not taking part in the quiz. I would have got half of these wrong, but never mind. Oh, well, never mind. Oh, well done, Leeds. Leeds is up to get the reserves of beer. Right, we've had 2 pints now, so just beginning to get into this. I could keep going all night, but I'm not going to. I think 5 rounds is plenty enough of me. And I'm sure you're all wanting to get back to your loved ones. Or the TV. Yeah, there's Race Around the World on tonight. I don't know what else exciting is on the TV. Any suggestions for tonight's viewing? We've watched just about every damn thing that's been on. It's a shame, but I mean, when you can watch a whole series of something in one night, you know, there's not many series around really, are there, that you can carry on and watch, you know. But apparently, when's Killing Eve coming out? Tomorrow apparently Killing Eve is starting again. That was always good fun. I thought she'd killed her off last time, but never mind, clearly not. Came back to life again. What's that? What's he got? Babe Station? Oh, right. What's the channel number then, Ian? I still haven't found out yet. They're not letting on. Nest, yes, we've been watching Nest. That's very good, actually. I haven't watched Spectre. Nest is all right. Bit far-fetched, but no, it's quite good. Babe Channel. Chris Meads is on it as well. What's all this about the Babe Channel? Blimey O'Reilly. I mean, that's smutting us. This is YouTube Live. We're not allowed to put stuff like that on. We'll get banned. Yeah, it's lowering the tone. Very much so. Chilly Willy 69. Thanks, Willie. I mean, Chilly. Oh, dear. Is that a TV series? Is it a US TV series, 69? Or are we looking at Chicken 69? Right then. Here we go then. Let's just go through the answers while you lot are all chatting to each other. Coming up with silly suggestions for tomorrow night's viewing or tonight's viewing. Right, the very hungry caterpillar even. What is it? The story of which fruit does the caterpillar usually? Oh yes, he ate an apple first. That, of course, then gave you the E for Eli Herschel Wallach. I'm sure you all got that. Who was the ugly Eli Herschel Wallach. That gave you the H for Hamlet. That small village that doesn't have a church. That gave you the T in turn for that hi-fi brand Technics. That in turn gave you the S for the Serengeti, of course, where the wildebeest go swarming across the Serengeti. That gave you the I for the city of Inverness up in Scotland. That gave you the S for a sou'wester, Well done if you got that rather unusual oilskin hat. That in turn gave you the R for Ralph Lauren, of course, who was the polo. That gave you the N for that novel and film by Alfred Hitchcock, North by Northwest. And that in turn gave you the T for tachycardia. That in turn gave you the A, which took you all the way back to number 1 for the apple. Right then, let's have some scores in. Say how you've done. I expect some good 8 or 9s out of 10 on that one. Sometimes you get lost in a trivia trial and you put the wrong damn answer down, which doesn't help. But I think most people should have scored a good 8 for that one. You on Netflix is a good TV series. 36 Grey's Opticians, very good. And we got Sarah on 36. We got Anthony Pugh on 36. Roy's on 34. We got 33s, 30, 37. Chris Speaks happy with the 37. Very good. Where's the other big contenders? We got 36s, 37s. This is going to be a good competition tonight. Wheels came off. Oh, Martin Davis on a dismal 34. You'll be kicking yourself. You'll be blaming Tina next, Martin. I can see it coming. Keith bombed out 7. What's that? 35. That's still very good. 35's fine. Nick and Bev on 35, coming up from the rear, so to speak. We've got Val Barnes, the Quizzy Rascals, on 36. Very good score. Pick a Mix on 32. We've got the Booby Prize Girls on 31. Yeah, very good. Ian Miller's on 29. We've got Robert Cricket on 28. There's some really good scores there. What's that? What was the village? Well, it's a hamlet, of course. Oh, sorry. Going back over the... Yes, you missed that one. The title of a well-known play, also a word used to refer to a village in Britain that doesn't have a church. That's better known as a hamlet, of course. Named after the play, I'm sure. Never mind. Got lost in that round. Too much Guinness. Ah, well, you're drinking it by the pint, Tell, instead of drinking it by the half, like I do. I know what you like when you start getting a bit drunk at a quiz, but never mind. Right then, here we go then. Final round. We are in for an interesting final round. We've got a load of teams on 36. We've got Chris Speak at the moment out in the lead. I think he's happy with that on a 37. So, Chris, let's see how you fare on this one. This is another trivia trial. Basically, exactly the same rules. The last letter of your first answer is the first letter of your next answer. So, can I stop what? Hoovering. Oh, I've got the fan on. Let me turn the fan off. I've got the fan on in the background if it's making a bit of noise, but never mind, we'll just turn it off if it's making a bit of noise. Bottom one, I think. And again. No, just keep it in the bottom. That's it. Right, fan's off. Oh, we've still got another fan on, but never mind. It's still very warm in my house tonight, but never mind. That's the problem with having eco houses. They tend to be too hot when they don't want them to be too hot. And too cold when you don't want them. Tom, he'll be 31. You need AC, I'll give you a quote. I've already got AC. It's on, that's why we're switching it off, because it's making too much noise. That's all right, Tel, don't worry. I've got there's not many houses that got AC, but I have. Right then, here we go. This is the final round tonight. It's another trivia trail. We start off, are we ready? Roy, yes, it is eco, because I only ever use solar power to drive it, of course. Right, here we go then. Question number 1, another trivia trail. The Last Supper is the final meal that Jesus shared with his apostles in Jerusalem before his crucifixion. But which food did Jesus liken to his body? Does it? We'll try switching that one on. Maybe we've got a bit of extraneous noise. I can't hear anything. Let's switch all things off in the house. Right, we're down to silence. Of course, the fan in my computer's still making a noise, but never mind. So, question number 1 again. The Last Supper is the final meal that Jesus shared with his apostles in Jerusalem before his crucifixion. But which food did Jesus liken to his body? Now, the last letter of that one will give you the first letter of number 2. According to Genesis, chapter 8, verses 8 and 9, what type of bird did Noah release from the ark to see if the flood had receded? Come on, you got a letter from the previous one. Makes it nice and easy. Yeah, there's a bit of an Easter theme. Not with that one, but never mind. So according to Genesis, chapter 8, verses 8 and 9, what type of bird Noah released from the ark to see if the flood had receded? I hope you all enjoyed Easter anyway. We had a very nice lunch today. I don't know what everybody else did, but I had wife hard at it, cooking things, you know, and a nice stuffed chicken it was. Problem is it all came out the bottom, so the stuffing actually didn't stay inside the chicken, which was a bit of a shame, but never mind. Still tasted very nice. Right, question number 3. The first letter of question number 3, of course, is the last letter of number 2. The last Nobel Prize to be introduced back in 1968 was in which subject? I don't need the full title, just the one it's known as now. So the last Nobel Prize to be introduced way back in 1968 was in which subject? Thanks, Paul. I'll make sure we take a note of that one, just for anybody that's looking at the chat. Right then, question number 3 again. The last Nobel Prize to be introduced back in 1968 was in which subject? It's just a one-word answer after. That should give you the letter for number 4, which is a very straightforward question. Based in Yeovil, Somerset, which company started life as the Wood Screw Supply Company back in 1979? So, based in Yeovil, Somerset, which company started life as the Wood Screw Supply Company back in 1979? Well, it's really noisy now, is it? Oh dear. The only thing that's actually making a noise in here is the fan. No, they're all off. Everything's off. Sorry if it's noisy. I think we've got some interference coming in from somewhere. I can't stop the stream and start it again. That wouldn't help. It may be just some interference. Right then, question number 5. What is a colourless, dense, odourless, noble gas found in Earth's atmosphere in small trace amounts? So question number 5 again, what is a colourless, dense, odourless, noble gas found in Earth's atmosphere in trace amounts? I don't even know where the damn microphone is, honestly. It's around somewhere. Sounds like someone continually flushing the loo. We can't hear anything here apart from your dulcet tones. That's interesting. So not everybody's suffering from the continual flushing toilet syndrome. This could be people in their own houses, of course, flushing the toilet, but I doubt it. Let's put it down to the internet. I was watching something quite interesting on BBC today, and it kept flashing on and off, and BBC said, oh, we don't know what the problem is, you know. Well, it's obviously the internet's the problem. Never mind. Nice one, Alan. That's brotherly love for you. I hope you got question number 5, because the last letter of question number 5 is the first letter of question number 6, which is a dead easy one. In a recent survey, 100 people were asked to name an Oscar-winning Australian actor. What was the top answer with 55%? Of course, do remember actors can be male or female nowadays. 58 I've got. You know? With 58%, sorry. So in a recent survey, 100 people were asked to name an Oscar-winning Australian actor. That should be whatever, male or female. What was the top answer with 58%? Well, everybody seems to be transfixed. I mean, the numbers basically tonight have been up in the 80s. We've had 80-odd people online taking part. They've varied from 80 to 85, but everybody seems to be sticking in there, which amazes me. Never mind. I'm sure you could put up with drivel. You don't have to listen to me drivel on all night. Never mind. We've been live now for 1 hour, 22 minutes. So let's get on with it. Question number 7. With a capacity of just over 30,000 people, which English Football League club play their home games at the City Ground? That's a 2-word answer. So with a capacity of just over 30,000 people, which English Football League club play their home games at the City Ground? Martin can, yeah, who can hear it? Yeah, must be, Rich T's on it. Must be a 5G fault. Have you got a fault, Rich? I think 1 or 2 people are. It may be that I'm going over time or something and YouTube fades you out or something. Maybe my computer's getting hot. Maybe it's that. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. Martin says it's quite. He said, now he can hear it now. Right, we better crack on quick before we run out and it's everybody gets deafened. So question number 8, which American state features in the name of the company who invented the handheld calculator? So question 8, which American state features in the name of the company who invented the handheld calculator? 1-word answer for me there. 1-word answer. I just need the state. Oh, everybody can hear this annoying noise now. Oh dear. Sorry about this, gang. I can't really log out and go back in. We've only got 2 questions left, so I'll crack on with question number 9. What is the title of a 1961 hit single for Benny King, which was later covered by John Lennon in 1975? That's a 3-word answer. Do remember to take the last letter of your state, and it should be the first letter of number 9. So what is the title of a 1961 hit single for Benny King, which was later covered by John Lennon in 1975? And finally, question number 10. I'll zip through it as we're having problems, technical problems. Originally derived from Greek, What does the word cenotaph literally mean? It's a two-word answer. So originally derived from Greek, what does the word cenotaph literally mean? It's a two-word answer. And the last letter of that one will take you all the way back to question number 1. Right, do we need any repeats? They're all there. I think Lydia's nearly put them all up. They're all up on the chat. So thanks everybody for logging in tonight. I'm sorry if it's turned out with a bit of noise in the background. I can't hear a damn thing from here, of course, because all I've got is the live feed going out. We've got everything off in the background, so I think it's just been internet generated, unfortunately, which is a bit of a problem, but never mind. That's Sky for you, isn't it? Mind you, we've got a good, powerful internet connection here, so I don't see there's a problem with that, but never mind. No, I don't think the system's about to fail. I think it's just making a bit of a noise, isn't it? Right then, are we ready for some marking? Do you have a robot Hoover going around? I wish we had got one, but I haven't got one. Never mind. Oh, what's that? Nick, please can you wish my fiance, Becky? Oh, friends. Oh, I thought it said fiance. Sorry, I was reading a bit too quick. You are. Happy birthday, Becky. 30th birthday to Becky and Tom Hadley. What's that? Oh, it's Tom Headley, isn't it? Headers. I wish your friend Becky a happy 30th birthday. Happy birthday, Becky. Right then, let's get some scores in, see how I've done. Right. The last round, of course, was a very straightforward trivia trail. Do we want some answers or don't we? Never mind, here we go. The Last Supper is the final meal that Jesus shared with his apostles before his crucifixion. But which food did Jesus liken to his body? Well, of course, that was bread was his body. Bread was broken. And, of course, what was the wine? That was his blood, of course, the wine. So bread and wine, which is why they give that at the sacrament. Whatever. That gave you the D. For according to Genesis chapter 8, verses 8 and 9, what type of bird did Noah release from the ark? That was the dove. That gave you the E for that last Nobel Prize to be introduced back in '68, which was the Nobel Prize for Economics. It is a bit longer than that, actually, economics and something else, but we'll just say economics, only one word. That gave you the S in turn for based in Yeovil, Somerset, which company started life as the Wood Screw Supply Company. And of course, that's Screwfix. Well done if you got that. That gave you the X for that colourless, dense, odourless noble gas, better known as xenon. That in turn gave you the N for Nicole Kidman, that actress, although she's now known as an actor apparently. That in turn gave you the N for that football team, Nottingham Forest, which in turn gave you the T for Texas, as in the American state, Texas Instruments, of course. That in turn gave you the S for that big hit for Benny King, Stand By Me, Stand By Me. You don't want me singing. And that in turn gave you the E for an empty tomb. Cenotaph means empty tomb, a two-word answer, which in turn gave you the B, which took you all the way back to number 1, B for bread. Right, add them up, pass them back. We'll see how they've all fared. I say pass them back, you ain't going to pass them back because you pass them amongst yourselves. And we'll see who the winner is tonight. Has Chris Speak sneaked a win tonight? He says it's clear as a bell here, so clearly, God knows, it was affecting different people in different ways. Right then, let's see how they've all fared. Still, very good. Helen and Steve with a 40. Johnny Stage with 32. Terry with 33. Sarah, come on, Sarah. Was that a 35? 42, 44, 45, 47. 47. Come on, we're 45. Grows at 45 and a half. 44. 44. Mick and Bev reporting in 37 for Laura. 42 for Stuart. 35, Brian. Paula. That's 31. We've got Martin with a 42. Ian with 37. Jill with 35 and a half. Paul Lewis on 31. Ian with a 32. We've got Andrew Lewis 39 and a half. Andrew Booth 37. Don Quixote 45. Very good score. Chris Meads on 39. I wish I could pronounce that. William Avranche with 30. We got Harry Cage 35, Jackie Skip 37. We got the Quizzy Rascals 46. Wow, that's a good score. Ollie and Sushan 36. We got Thomas Hughes 41. Pink Mix, very good. Keith with 48. We got Robert Crinigan 37. We got Kevin Kinnon 39. Very good indeed. Have we got any further scores in? Wow, excellent. Well played, everybody. Great to see everybody's enjoyed themselves. We will be doing a quiz on Wednesday night. Same time, 8 o'clock, if you're interested. But great to see so many people enjoying themselves. I hope you've enjoyed themselves. There's Keith won tonight. Chris Speak 47. I don't know if Keith was close enough to catch him. Well, that's cheating, but never mind. 45. We've had a few. Quizzy Rascals 46. Anybody in the high 40s has done really well tonight. Really well. In fact, anybody in the 40s has done really well tonight. So thanks everybody for turning out. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you on Wednesday night if you've got nothing better to do. I don't know whether there's anything particularly to do on Wednesday night, but we'll be quizzing again at 8 o'clock, and hopefully there'll be a bit more beer to drink. Get a bit more of this atomic mixture down in there. Never mind. Yeah, Harry, we don't Google. You're right. Well done. Tell Gray, thanks. We win. Well done, team. Yeah, I know. Keith was only joking. So Chris basically with a 47. I think that's probably the winning score tonight. Chris 47. Got a few 46s. Quizzy Rascals 46. Who else do we have on 46? We've got a few 45s. Yeah, we had a 47. A few 46s. 45s. Very well done. Anybody in the top there. Anybody within 2 points of the lead. And a very good congrats to Chris Speak. Well done, Chris and team. You did very well tonight. Chris Speak out in Newton. Everybody else has done remarkably well. The famous 5:45, fantastic. So some great scores out there, and let's hope you enjoyed it. Tell Gray, I saw a 48. Yeah, I know you saw a 48, but I think I was joking. How did mine minus 30 do? Mark Ganderton, he was on minus 30 when he started. How did you end up, Mark? You still with us, or have you cleared off? He's probably gone back to bed for an hour. Fair play to him. You did all right, Roy. That wasn't so bad, I don't think. You did pretty well there. I know it's not easy until you get the hang of all these rounds, you know, trivia trails and whatever else. It's not easy. If you come to the regular quiz at Victoria Inn on a Sunday night, you get the hang of all these rounds. They're pretty straightforward things. There's always a clue in most of them somewhere, but anyway. Good. I hope you've enjoyed it. Yeah, well, I think if people are getting certainly if the winning team's getting 47 out of 50, there's bound to be 2 or 3 you're not going to get. I mean, it's not that easy, some of them, but never mind. Anyway, enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed it all. We've been transmitting live now for an hour and a half. You can, of course, watch it again if you want to. I won't scrub it, but never mind. But let's hope we can see you all back on Wednesday for another quiz. Cheers. Good night. Don't know. Well, it's Google using that, isn't it? I'll go back to that.